You can keep the socks, the ties, and all the aftershave, genuinely. This year for Father's Day, the only thing I was after was a full tank of petrol, a winding seaside road, and a couple of people to share it with. People get so wound up these days wanting things, collecting stuff. But being 65, I've learned that the best things in life aren't things at all. They're moments. Little things that build up over the years and turn into proper memories. And at the end of the day, what are we but a collection of memories and experiences that make up the whole? So, on 3 very different bikes, and with the only gifts that actually matter, family and friends, we met up at my place on a bright and sunny Sunday morning. There's a bit of a buzz at the start of a ride. All the faffing about pulling your gear on, that click when your helmet buckle fastens, the weight of your armoured jacket and jeans. You wear them because no one wants to end the day with road rash, am I right? All the gear all the time. But today that buzz felt a bit different. It was Father's Day, and standing on my drive was my daughter Jennifer and my mate Phil, who comes on most of our rides. No granddaughters today. They were with their own dad, and quite right too. Jennifer, full of that quiet confidence you only get when you're a new rider, was stood proudly next to her 125, sorting out the car door connection to my helmet. To some, the Keyway RKS is a little bike, just a stepping stone. But to her, it's a ticket to freedom, a new string to a bow, and a new way for us to connect. I honestly never saw it coming a few months back when she said she wanted to learn to ride. Seeing her there, chuffed to bits and ready for a proper ride with her old man, was a gift in itself, and I hope there are many more to come. And then there's Phil. We've been mates for years, more than either of us would admit. He's not a morning person though, and he was stood there looking like his battery needed another 8 hours just to get going. His bike, the Suzuki VS750 Intruder, a machine with real, unapologetic style. It's not one of the big bagger style cruisers, but the chopper type they built for us in the UK and Europe. It's recently had a rebuild, after a couple of low-life thugs smashed the tank in because they hadn't got the brains to steal it. I mean, how thick do you have to be to think cutting a disc-lock reminder cable would help? The engine rumbles with a deep, throaty sound that tells you it's coming long before you see it. It's basically rock and roll on 2 wheels. Unlike the rider, who at the moment looked like he was still waiting for his alarm to go off. And then there's me, with my choice of bike for the day, the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. It's not the fastest or the flashiest bike out there, but it's got character. It's a modern classic, a bike that makes you slow down and actually enjoy the ride. It's all about the feeling with Enfields, the proper thump of the parallel to an engine, and the relaxed feet forward position that just eats up the miles. It's a bike for making memories, which made it the perfect choice for today. 3 riders, 3 completely different machines, and all of us pointing towards the sea. Phil fired up the Intruder first, the big V-twin coughed into life, before it settled into a low rumble, like a burr that had just been poked. Jennifer's 125 was next, the total opposite. It buzzed into life with an eager, fizzy hum full of youthful energy. Then I thumbed the starter on the Enfield. It joined the chorus with its own sound from the Rhino Racing aftermarket pipes, a deeper, more rhythmic pulse helped by the big gasp of air from the DNA air filter, part of its stage 1 setup. A 650cc twin that just feels content. The 3 engines, all so different, made a right racket in the morning air. I'm sure a few of the neighbours were wrapping the pillows around their heads. We had a plan. A simple one. Ride to the coast, park up on the prom at Southport and get a proper seaside lunch. Fish and chips by the sea. No strict timetables, no complicated routes, just follow the sun and the signs for the water. Even the bike and brew stamps could take a vacation for a week or so. First stop, of course, was petrol. The Super Meteor had a full tank, but the other two bikes needed a drink. $1.49 a litre. Bloody diabolical, if you ask me. It was $1.32 before Trump went medieval on Iran's posterior, and has been as high as $1.59 of late. As always, Jennifer took the lead, with me tucked in safely behind her and Phil riding shotgun. A steady, reassuring lump of burgundy in our mirrors. When you pull away from your own street on a bike, you're leaving behind everything that needs doing. All the demands on your time. And you're entering a world where you're just focused on the road ahead, on what's 30 or 40 metres in front of you. Your mind just goes into that zen-like state of complete awareness. Or it should, if you're doing it right. Once we cleared the town and the roads opened up, the day really began. The route to Southport isn't a racetrack. It's a cracking mix of winding country lanes and fast sweeping air roads. This is where you could really see the personalities of our bikes. My Enfield's in its element, a proper cruiser that made the miles feel effortless. It's not a bike that begs you to thrash it. It invites you to be part of the landscape you're riding through. Behind me, the constant low rumble of Phil's intruder was drowned out by my pipes. But even still, the bike has such a presence, long and low with its mini ape hangers, commanding its bit of the road. On the straights it was like a luxury yacht gliding through calm water. And there, up front, was Jennifer on her 125, like a tiny, determined hornet. She was learning one of the great truths of biking. It's not about how much power you have, it's about how much fun you're having. And she was having a blast, setting the pace. Her little engine buzzing its heart out as she gave it its head after now completing its running period and having its first service. Soon though we had to have a quick stop. Phil had fallen behind at the busy roundabout, and we stopped to let him catch up. However, there had been a collision between two cars, and Phil, although not being hit, was indirectly involved in it. Jennifer and I rode back and pulled onto the forecourt of a Tesco petrol station across from the collision, where we grabbed a much needed cold drink while waiting for Phil to give his statement to the attending police, of which there were many. Too many for a simple fender bender. A woman in one of the cars was claiming injury, though her movement was as smooth as an Olympic sprinter as she berated everyone else involved. Karen alert. Personal injury claim incoming, methinks. And seeing as it was her husband who had driven into the back of the other car, and was therefore at fault, I reckon that it will make for some interesting conversations when that claim hits his insurance. Anyway, pretty soon we were back on the road. There's a point on the ride to any seaside town where the air just changes. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you can feel it. The light seems different, you can taste a faint hint of salt on the wind, and the sky just feels bigger somehow. Then you get over a little hill, and there it is, the sea. Or what we could see of it in the far distance as the tide was out. Rolling into Southport was like arriving at a festival. The town was buzzing with a sunny weekend vibe, and as we made our way to the promenade we started seeing them. Other bikes, loads of them in fact. Trikes, sport bikes, customs, tourists, all parked up in a long gleaming line on the seafront. It's a well-known meeting point, a bit of a pilgrimage for bikers from all over the northwest, which just happens to have a fish and chip bar, an ice cream parlour and a carousel. We made use of the first two, but as the granddaughters were not present, the wooden horses went unused. By us anyway. We found spaces and parked bikes up, becoming part of the spectacle. The sound of our engines died, replaced by the call of seagulls, the distant laughter of families, and the low hum of 100 different chats. We'd arrived. That feeling of shutting the engine off at your destination, that lovely tick 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 of cooling metal, the quiet sense of a job well done. It's a feeling every rider knows, and loves. We just stood there for a moment, helmets off, letting the sea breeze cool us down a bit. The fish and chip bar had ample seating both inside and outside for the takeaway customers, and at prices that were in line with what was expected, rather than trying to fleece you for being by the sea and a literal tourist. Although the ice cream could have been better. Decent amount, but lacking in taste and consistency. But right there, in that moment, everything clips. It's when you understand what this day is really about. It wasn't about the ride, not really. It wasn't even about the fish and chips, as good as they were. The real gift was this. It was watching my daughter, her face buzzing as she had escaped the kids for a few hours. Phil chomping down a hot dog as his gallbladder, or lack of one, throws a wobbly at fried food. And at the throngs of people just out enjoying the day and the rare sunshine that the UK offers. Even the seagulls calmly walking up to us hoping for a drop chip, and the leashed bull terrier hoping they would get within grasping distance. I'm sure they could just see roast chicken walking around judging by the look on his face. At that moment, Jennifer and I weren't just father and daughter out on a Father's Day anymore. We were part of the same club, sharing the same passion for the bikes and the ride out. And Phil, eyeing up the other bikes and appreciating the spectacle. No shop-bought gift could ever come close to that. This was real. This was a memory being made right there, out of salt, vinegar and two-wheeled happiness. This was the only Father's Day gift I needed. The ride home felt different. The sun was lower in the sky, casting long shadows across the road and bathing everything in a warm golden light. Our pace was more chilled, more thoughtful. The buzzy energy of the morning had been replaced by a comfortable, easy rhythm. We were a proper little unit now, moving as one, each of us lost in our own thoughts, but still completely connected. Jennifer and I quite literally through the car door. So of course, being Dad, and Jen not yet having took her test, it was my duty to offer words of wisdom. Not that anyone needed, as she rode flawlessly all day. Even the engine sounded different. The Intruder's bark had mellowed to a contented rumble. The Enfield's thumping felt like a steady heartbeat, and Jennifer's 125 buzzed along like a happy little bee heading home. It was the perfect soundtrack to the end of a perfect day. We pulled back onto my driveway in the mid-afternoon. 3 engines cut out, one after another, and the world was suddenly quiet again. We were back to the world of houses and jobs to do. But we were richer for it all. We had taken one ordinary day and filled it with something that would last forever. So yeah, forget the socks and the aftershave. If you really want to give a gift that matters, give an experience, give a memory. Because at the end of the day, it's not the things you own that make a life. It's the days out like this, the days spent on the open road with the people you care about, making stories you'll be telling for years. That was my perfect Father's Day, a ride I'll never forget. Right now I want to hear what yours is. Chuck your favourite riding memory in the comments below, whether it was your family, your mates, or just you in the open road. Thanks for going along on this ride with us. Remember to ride safe, make memories and cherish the journey. Keep the rubber on the road, and I'll catch you on the next one.